Here's a riddle for you to solve. We will present you one person and ask you only one question about them. If you know the answer, this video is not for you. You have to turn it off. But we bet that you don't. And the moment you hear the question, you will most probably burn with curiosity to find out what the answer is. So if you stayed till now, please take a couple of minutes to take a journey to a secret which can change your life in ways unfathomable. This is Helen. She's a cutie. But Helen has a secret struggle that drains her joy. She wears high heels to make her legs look longer and slimmer. She picks up dark clothes to make her silhouette more slender. Sometimes Helen feels desperate that she will never overcome the urge to eat 3 bags of chips when she's nervous. Sometimes Helen even hates herself when she's trying to buy a swimming suit and comes to the conclusion that she just looks bad in everything. She's ashamed of her belly. She's self-conscious because her thighs rub together when she walks in the new jeans she bought last week. L size, yes, sometimes even XL. She does not know what to do about her weight. Her diet routine was again undermined by her uncontrollable hunger. The food supplements she's tried don't seem to work. Helen knows that no matter what new diet she decides to pick up and follow, she will piously stick to it for a maximum of 3 to 4 days, maybe a week. Then she'll open the fridge and she'll eat 5 slices of bread, all the cheese, this box of chocolates that she smartly hid somewhere in order not to be able to find it and finish it later. And later, when the hunger comes like a storm, you can do nothing about it. Have you ever felt like Helen? Well, if you have, here's the good news. Helen used to be, but is not that helpless anymore. Neither is she obese anymore. She's not overeating every week. Actually, now she can barely finish a small salad without some significant effort. She returned most of her L-sized clothes for recycling because they're already too baggy for her. Wait, we haven't gotten to the best part yet. Helen can eat all the things she loves without restrictions, and she can also maintain a slim figure. Here's what changed for Helen in her own words. She does not feel hunger and is incapable of overeating. She has completely broken the habit of emotional overeating followed by guilt. She can actually snack on her most loved food and yet lose pounds. She has reduced her weight visibly and with a lasting effect. Her body is somehow able to burn calories at triple the normal rate. She has probably become a role model to envious, still chubby friends. She has a new, unshakable self-esteem. So here's the riddle. What has Helen done in order to achieve that? We will help you with the possible answers. Something more, you will rule out the untrue ones for you. Has she stopped eating bread and started drinking 4 liters of water per day? No. Try again. Has she found some wonder-producing pills on a dubious site and bought them and found out they really melt your cellulite and belly without effort? No, she hasn't. Has Helen undergone plastic surgery then? Surprise! The answer is again, no. Are you listening closely? Because till now, the answer was hidden behind a pile of suggestions, marketing lies, and unfulfilled promises. You will look great. Forget about yo-yo effects. Don't eat pastry and sweets and you must be fine. Rub your cellulite off with abrasive gel and look forever sexy. Does that sound like a humongous bunch of bullshit to you? Because it does to us. Well, you made it till here, so you definitely deserve to hear the answer. We promised you there was an answer, and here it is. Recently, a kind of weird secret strategy for weight loss proved that looking good is no longer a question of counting bites and buying a treadmill to use every day. Some people who managed to get their hands on the odd method claim that it was the easiest way to drop several dress sizes while still enjoying favorite foods. Anyone who has tried to lose some pounds, often in an urgent way, because summer's approaching or a friend is throwing a wedding party, knows that abrupt food reduction is not the key to sustainable body change. That is the main reason why diets, pills, and radical plans for avoiding pastry and junk work only for a brief period of time. And then along comes overeating, just like we've done it always before the solemn decision to start a new life tomorrow. The obstacles to a fit body are likely to be overcome if we change those methods, right? If it was easier or more pleasant. But how many possible ways are there to get thinner? Well, certainly there is one not so popular until now. It's called Nidora, and it has one pivotal advantage to all of its competitor products. It curbs appetite and naturally makes us eat 3 to 4 times less than we're accustomed to. As a result, our stomach shrinks, thus making it impossible for us to binge ever again. Did you listen? Ever again. Research points out that in most cases, it's the torture of both body and mind through hunger and exhausting exercise that leads to binging, or as it's more popularly known, pigging out. It's when we overcompensate for all our deprivations and there's nothing in the world that can stop us. And then comes the ruinous guilt and the feeling of failure. It's a vicious circle that we can't beat by willpower alone. Exercise is useless too. During Nidora's development, all those weight gain mechanisms were taken into consideration and became, actually, the focus. Nidora had to offer an all-around solution for obesity, starting with its roots: the burning desire to eat what we like, uncontrollable binging, feelings of guilt and powerlessness, emotional overeating, lack of exercise, failure of willpower, failure of motivation. All of these factors were taken into consideration and a strategy was developed in the course of many years that would not include any restrictions or pernicious chemicals. It was not supposed to be like other weight loss products, which have obviously left many people disappointed. That's why Nidora isn't just a pill that destroys fat. Nidora holds no promises that a special extract will burn off pounds just like that. Even if it were possible, it would have been extremely harmful. So what is Nidora exactly? Nidora is a powder-like substance made of entirely natural ingredients. All of them are specially selected through a method refined over years of research, testing, and scientific breakthroughs. The ingredients are incredibly simple. What makes them special then? Here's what. Used in the proper proportion and dosage, they send signals of satiety to the brain, completely safely and naturally blocking the desire for food. The ingredients work on 4 levels. They are absorbed through the palate, the tongue, the olfactory nerves, and the stomach, sending clear signals to the brain that we've had enough. In 2 to 3 minutes, the feeling of satiety increases without us having eaten even a small portion of what we usually consume. It doesn't matter if we eat something sweet or salty, we can always sprinkle Nidora onto our food and decrease appetite naturally. That way, we lose weight properly, following our own body's cues. Here's what customers mention as benefits from using the product. I don't feel hunger and I won't try to control my appetite all the time. I stopped dreaming about forbidden foods. I don't fear the moment when your willpower will break and you'll pig out once more. Indeed, it's hard to imagine a more pleasurable, more natural way to get rid of excessive weight. Here's what Helen couldn't imagine, too. But it happened. And now you know the answer of the riddle. Nothing is impossible. There are just the problems that we haven't yet found solutions to.